So just remember that. Okay, well, I'm sorry, but I'm live. Just remember that. So.
Purple just killed red. And right in front of me. And I recorded the body.
Good. Color is purple.
It's purple. He killed the body right in front of me.
Uh-oh. They're going to say you're acting kind of sus.
Oh my god.
As with so many other people, my kids are playing that Among Us game. They acting kind of sus. Hey, Max, what's up, buddy? So, I'm a little late today. Because I woke up with a headache, and that sucks. Oh, yes, good afternoon over there on the YouTubes. Also, kind of late, headache, woke up, and I kind of fell asleep. Napped in front of the heater because I was like, oh, my head hurts. I should lay on the floor with my dogs in a big pile. A dog pile. So, yeah, that was nice. Anyway. So, now.
I just killed an imposter.
And apparently my kids. You're going to hear them in the background, I guess, today. That's all right. Paint. Not actual, it's my old paint. I gotta put new paint on there. Oh, as of yesterday, before my wife came in and yelled at me because I forgot to do something. I forgot what it was even now. I think my wife just likes to yell at me. But meathole, looking pretty good in the background there. Started the a couple days ago. Started the meat babies, the floating meat babies. And now they're starting to blend in. So I know my colors are decent enough. Obviously, these little guys are sticking out a little bit more because they're, in the shadowed background. These guys are about to be completely blackened out. And this guy will be darker. So it gives it that more depth to it. And I'm also going to add little shadows, so there'll be like, obviously, lighting somewhere. I'm not sure how I want my lighting to go, but yeah, whatever. We'll get to that later. So today, I think I'm going to work on popping them out with some shadowy stuff. I have no idea what I'm doing. Please keep that in mind. I never know what I'm doing. I am not good at this. So I just pretend like I know what I'm doing. Oh, God danged it. First world mustache problems. Mostly today I'm gonna use some black, even though God dang, I swear it's not the corona. Just these allergies are kicking my ass. That's probably why I have a headache. But anyway, I'm not actually using black. I'm just going to darken up some of my other colors, my tungsten red, maybe pull in a little brown just to keep the undertones a little better. But I'm going to work on my shadows because I am no good at this from dark to light bullshit. So we're going to go backwards again because that's the only thing I'm good at. Fuck, I still forgot his fingers. One moment. I'm going to put some fingers on him really quick. And those can dry. So, yesterday, we finished up our psychological part of the conversations of art on perception-based understanding of the world around us. Earth is round versus Earth is flat. Perception-based of secondhand knowledge versus firsthand knowledge of can you accept other people's information versus knowing it yourself, and how that affects us as parents, and all that good stuff. So today, up for a new subject. Logan, what's up, man? I feel you with the allergies. Yeah, bro, it's dude, it kills me every year, all year apparently. I should just say all the time. It's garbage, and I hate it. My kiddo, she had a headache all last night. She was all night like, Dad, I got a headache. And that sucked for her and sucked for me because, she was up. I'm going to highlight a little bit of his skin here too. Kind of bring his arm back out a little bit from where it was. Oops, that was too much. But anyway, I forgot his fingers earlier, so that's why I put him back. But anyway, our little experiment in painting these days seems to be more psychology than painting techniques, because I don't teach painting. I just paint and talk about psychology. And it's interesting, even though I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a gynecologist, but I play one on TV. And I'm kidding, I don't play one on TV. But, maybe I should do that instead. So, when I am going to go ahead and start doing some kind of painting information, because next week, for those that are going to tune in or watch this later, and as people trickle in, because we have people bouncing around, next week we are going to start doing some painting, a paint, I don't know what you'd call it, a paint course, learn to paint with me, but it's going to be like 50% painting, 50% psychological. We're going to come together, people. We're going to come together as creative geniuses. None of this makes any sense because I have a headache. I'm not sure what the fuck I'm even talking about, but that's okay. Anyway, I'm a little bit fruity in the head this morning. So, what I love to do, and this is something we're going to utilize next week when we start painting together, is I got my blob of black here. I just take water and I wet the bejesus out of my black. See, kind of make it like a little pool. Boop. And I add a lot of water. Boop, 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 because I almost don't want it to be paint. I want it to be like soup. Like more, I'm going to paint with soup. And that way it makes it like a little gray on my, it looks black, I guess, on there. 50% painting, 50% psychological, 100% dumbassery. That's accurate. That's accurate. But I'm doing this, and I really thin it out, because when I hit that on there, I want the option not to have heavy paint. I paint with layers to build up that translucency, to allow the paint underneath to kind of shine through and do what it needs to do, I guess. Like if you did this right, if I did this the way I should do it, psycho painting, very accurate, my friend. Well, I don't think you've tuned in yet ever, but we end up getting into some pretty in-depth conversations about everything from mental illness to like views upon the world to all kinds of things in this, like where people start talking about something and I just unload my personal feelings on everything, and for better or worse, whatever it turns out to be. But if we did this right, what I would end up doing first is I would do all these little veins and all this little technique stuff, and then I just like shade it with one overall layer, and then that would like kind of give you this translucency, kind of like the eyeballs have now, where it looks like a skin over it, you know? But I'm not doing that right now. Right now, I'm just shading and blopping and bop it, flip it, spank it. You know that card, the toy. They just, never mind, shut up. Anyway, it's time to just start doing this shit right. I do want to add teeth, like some kind of skeletal thing in here in a minute, but I'm not sure what. So first and foremost, let's hypothetically light gonna be kind of more. Oh fuck! How do I want the light to kind of hit? If I had light, because I want him. Man, it'd be kind of more overhead, I guess, because I'd like a little bit of shadows. But I wanted this little guy kind of maybe over that way, like kind of a. Because that way it'd be kind of like off on the backside. I'm gonna fuck up shadows. I might as well not even try that. I will fucking fail. Fuck it. Let's just make whatever we want. Let's just do whatever we want. And by that I mean I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just I'm gonna make a thing happen. I'm gonna make a thing happen. I'm gonna start with the eyeballs, and that was way too much fucking paint. Note how I said, "Hey, water it down," because I like layers. I like translucency, and this is not. That's not translucent. That was garbage. Wow, that is trash. Nope, please stop doing that. Oh God, help me. How about let's just erase all that? Wow, that didn't work either. All right, starting over. Smack it, flip it, rub it down. Oh no, yes, exactly. Oh my God. Okay, well, we're gonna start that over, and just a little. Oh God, Jesus, why do I try? Why do I even fucking try? I didn't want this to be one of my other kinds of paintings where I normally do the crazy shit. I just wanted to kind of put a little layer around your eyeball, you fuck. I want to kind of goth kid it out and add some kind of. Oh, that's okay. You know, because things happen in life itself that you can't control. And you got to remember, man, life is a sequence of events that just fucking happen. And you got to run with that shit and you got to go, oh, okay, that fucking happened. Why? Man, I fucking know. But it did. And now I got to fucking live with it. So sometimes you just have to fucking live with the bullshit. And sometimes you don't choose that bullshit. That bullshit chooses you. I didn't choose the thug life. Thug life chose me, you know? And then the thug life just fucked my butthole right in my mouth. And now look. Now look. We have fucking thug life baby butthole mouths. Butthole baby mouths. Butthole mouths. I hate having a butthole for a mouth. Shut up, dogs. I'm doing a thing. I don't need you. Now they're probably barking at my crackhead neighbors some more. You know? Good old crack talk dirty to it. Dude, I just cuss at everything. It's my buddy Erica, who is not on here yet. She normally is, but she dubbed me the anti-Bob Ross, calling me Rob Boss. And because I literally just sit here and cuss nonstop. I'm like, fuck you, fuck. I get so mad at myself and what I paint that it ends up becoming this funny, not really funny, more kind of like sad, like, dude, calm down kind of shit, you know, happening. That, you know, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, dude. But yeah. I'm all, but yeah, words happen. Words make other sense. You know, this is totally not normal because the lighting is completely inaccurate. It's coming from down and up. Why would I do that? That doesn't even make sense anymore. But I live in a world where things don't make sense. So I don't care. You know, I live in a world where there are no fucking rules, man. The rules are there's no fucking rules, man. And right now I'm just trying to, again, pull out a little bit of the information here about this having depth to it a little bit. You know, give it some more pep. Little pap smear to it. That's fucking weird. Don't say that. And so that's what I'm kind of doing here. That's weird. That looks abnormal. Whatever. Don't care. Oh. Hey, there's Erica. See, I was speaking of you just a second ago. And gonna give him some little chubby cheek thing going on here in a second. Before I really get into it. Be like, oh, look at the little chubby cheeks. Oh, little chubby cheek. And then a little chubby cheek over here, obviously. Oh, little chubby cheek. And I'm just going to kind of darken little areas around the big fat domey head. Maybe within that a little bit. Keep in mind the paint will dry lighter than it is here. So actually what I'm doing right now is probably completely worthless garbage. But I love to pretend like I'm doing some good. Hey man, painting looks good, man. I have to jump off here. Yeah, always, dude. I do this every day about noon. Today I was really late because of the headache. So, but we've done like, well, 2.5 so far, and gonna start next week doing some interactive painting with everybody. But thanks. We'll catch you later, dude. Probably doing this for the next hour. So if you need to jump back on at any point. All right, let's continue. Goodbyes aside. Let's get a little bit more black paint up in this business. Oh man. See if I don't fuck this one up this time. Jeez. We'll get back to this in a second because I've already fucking put penis and butts all over this one because that's a mess. Anyway. And Erica, now that you've tuned in, so what are we going to talk about today? Because you're like my psychological bouncing board there. You seem to bring up interesting points that, or something that I then go all conversationalist on. I was actually just talking about how yesterday we finished up on the catch-22 of being a parental figure. And then all that jibber jab. Oh, little fat leg. Little fat baby leg. Okay, and then I'm going to keep your face separate. Your head face separate. There we go. I'm going to pull that arm down a little darker. Everything's going to be darkened at this point, just so we can, again, keep it in the shadows a little bit. Oops, I fucked that up a little bit. That's okay. And I kind of use the water in a sense. I just smear it around. You know, once I get it on there, I'm like, okay, well, we're going to slop you around over this way and kind of dab you around that way and hopefully make little blobbies that work and maybe erase you with a napkin. Where'd my paint napkin go? You know, and it kind of helps to give it a little different uniformation. Uniformation, because that's a real fucking word, people, and I don't care what you say. I made it up. Words are just information spoke through a various cornucopia of meat pockets in your throat hole. And as long as you make it have a fucking point, dude, it means fucking something. You know? Words only mean stuff because we say they mean stuff. That's fact, man. Think about it. Somebody in history said, hey, this word means this. And somebody else said, why? And they said, because I said so. And everybody else said, oh, yeah, that makes sense, bro. And that's how we have that fucking word. That's the only reason why we have that fucking word. Because people agreed that word meant that. So if I say, ding dongatron, it's a fucking word because I just said it. If it means something. Hell, we have a slang dictionary, for God's sakes, now. And that slang dictionary is saying that our slang actually fucking means stuff. So if that thing is a liable source of credible information, of things that are words, then fuck it. You can make up your own words, man. They can be words. Oh. Yeah, I kind of fucked that up back right here. Just can I even blend that in? Is that going to work? Probably not. It's probably too late. It's probably all slathered around. Fuck you. But whatever. We're good, bro. We're good. Look, see? It'll be all right. It'll be okay. Everything's okay here in Eric land. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not very talkative. My head hurts, but if I could just pop that bone under my skull plate, I think I'd be all right. It's like the hardest one. When I used to go to the chiropractor, it's called the atlas bone, and it's the first bone. First, no, the thing, man, your spine. Your vertebrae. It's the first vertebrae that connects your brain pan to the rest of your vertebrae. And they couldn't pop it. Like, they popped it like once, and it sounded like they broke my fucking arm. I mean, that dude, he was like, all right, we're gonna, and it just said, it didn't move. And then he was like, holy Christ. It's okay. You can come up with something to talk about eventually. It's fine. But man, it sounded like he just broke my damn neck when it was done. He said, pop! It was so hard. It was so hard. I was like, thanks, Doc. He was like, no problem. Now it's time for payment. And it turned into a 70s porno. And that was really awkward. I was not expecting that one that day. No, I'm just kidding. It didn't do that at all. Oh, you know what I do want to do? See, and now here's the part where my brain, prior to this, creatively and logically, I was coming together as one unified individual. We were happy. We were a marriage in love, sanctitude, harmoniously enjoying ourselves, making babies, figuratively and apparently much more legitimately. But now I think we're starting to drift apart a little bit. Sadly, we've been together almost a week now, making this baby. And I think I think our honeymoon phase is over because the reality is starting to kick in of I would like to keep this looking pretty good and kind of build up, making these guys continuously look a little weird and goddamn mustache and creepy. However, creatively, this spark and this flare is popping up where it's just wanting to kind of start getting a little crazy. I think I feel it. And I'm kind of like, hold up, man. Hold up, man. Because everything else is kind of a nice collective flow of shit. Holy God, I swear it's not the corona. My corona. I'm surprised we haven't seen that. Like a parody of that Really am. But I'm getting more and more and more concerned that my creativity may want to blow this up into something a little bit more my usual stuff. Change brushes. Little bitty brush. Smaller-ish brush. Yep. Because I don't really have any other. I'm very limited on my brushes right now. But yeah. All right. So a little bit of white. We're going to just see what happens. We are going to fuck this up. We are going to fuck this up. We are going to fuck this up. Because that's what I do. Yeah. Wet it down. Water it down quite a bit. And now, we're going to kind of give it a... Dude, we're not going to give it anything. We're fucked. We're going to kind of try and give it a skeletal aspect. And like, oh man, fuck me. All right, all right, all right. Okay, so I'm going to try to give it some bones before I kind of put some weird skins to it and like little veiny things. We're gonna go all out. Oh my god, please let this work. Nope. Okay. All right, all right, all right. That is not very bright. Let's put a little more white in there. I don't usually work with white. White is like the taboo color for me. So, and you know, black and red, that's like my colors. But white's like the taboo off limits. I'm like, white, gasp, it's bright and colorful. Oh. So now we're going to do this little opposites thing here, right? Where we're going to give him a little skeleton inside of itself. Is this going to be a good idea? Nah, probably not, bro. Probably not, bro. Especially not with a brush that's like this. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with this brush. Don't use it that often. But we're going to see what happens. Hopefully the best is what happens. Keep in mind, we're also going to go back through this here shortly and, you know, attempt to make this look good. So, but like, you know, I'm wanting to, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to imitate this. I've never even tried this, but the, and this is all from memory. I'm not like looking up stuff. So I remember like, you know, babies, like if you ever look up, feti, that's like multiple fetuses, but if you ever look up fetuses on pictures, they're always like translucent. You see like little bones, even though granted, mind you now, the bones are in negative. So the bones are always dark and black and the skin's always white and such. Okay. And hey, Molly, what's up again? And Allegra. Also, hey, what's up? That is the name of some medicines. I'm pretty sure. But hey, what's up? And now I think they just left. Like, fuck you, man. And but the skeletal system's always in negatives when you look it up, you know, because they're like shining the light behind them or something. So it's like, you know, dark bones, light skin. So I'm going to go reversal on that one. So if you put this in negative, then it would be like, this is what babies look like. But then like the meat hole would be weird. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what happens when it's all said and done. Because I have no fucking idea what the fuck I'm doing. Ever. And I'm a little late today, Molly, because I have a headache. And When do I not have a fucking headache? That's life for me. So, but I was a little late because of that one. And that's all right. It happens. Good old excuses. But then I'm going to add another layer of skin. So see, here's kind of what I'm doing. I'm kind of building I'm kind of building it literally the other side of the flesh, the other side of the arm, right? And then I'm putting the skeletal frame in, and then I'm going to kind of meet around it with paint. So I'm kind of like building the paint, like the layers. I don't know if it'll fucking work or not. Maybe. We'll find out. I have ideas, man. And I just say, okay, ideas, you do your thing. I am just the instrument of your existence. You do you. I will just follow suit and let the brush stride across the canvas. For I am just your tool. Use me, sir. Sounds like a very weird, I don't know. Anyway, so that's not enough paint. Again, I don't use white, so I'm not sure how much white to use versus water. But I'm learning. You know, I should probably use the little brush for this part. I think I'm going to. So I have one of these little teeny tiny brushes. Which again, the one child that actually hates me, you're not my real dad, got me from a birthday. So, I mean, thanks. You don't like me enough to listen to anything I ever say, but you like me enough to get me brushes. So, I mean, I'm not going to argue that. And I just follow along my carpal tunnel syndrome area. Carpal tunnel syndrome. Carpal tunnel. Carpulatus. I don't know what the fuck that's called. Your carpals. And making finger bones. Man, I'll make them finger bones happen. That's what I'm doing. Finger bones, man. Add a little knuckle bone right here. Like it's got a little bump, little bump, little bump. All right. Add another one. Now, there should be a bunch of little ones right here, but I ain't worried about that yet because it'll all kind of culminate together, and then I'm going to have to, like, give a shit, and I don't really give that much of a shit. Probably should give that much of a shit, but don't, because I don't have the details for that yet. But when I get to it, I probably will. Oh, that was way too much paint. That's all right. We'll use that to come down here, maybe. No, not really. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing, class. Fuck. Okay, well, that's questionable. I think somebody might have just walked in my house. No, maybe not. All right. So anyway, so far not looking bad on the little arm thing. I'm kind of going with this route. You know, this will be all right. Maybe. Anyway, and we'll just give you a little finger bone here. Give you the little finger bone there. Oh shit! I should get a toothpick and paint with it, which I have done before with some of the teeny tiny stuff. But I'm trying these little brushes. Oh yeah. That worked out pretty good. Okay. And Molly, you're probably used to more technique and methods and styles and I don't know, probably proper training to some degree. By comparison, definitely, I am assuming. But I don't usually use tiny little brushes. So I don't know if you use tiny little brushes. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. But they're hard. Tiny little brushes are hard, man. Like, I can't keep enough fucking paint on them. And it makes me mad. Because I'm like, bitch, keep that fucking paint on. I need more fucking paint on them than just like, yeah. Live life unafraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn. That's how I'm trying to live and learn my paint. Motherfucker, you telling me that? Listen, you go back and you watch the first couple of ones of these. That's what I'm all about. and thank you. And but no, really, that's what I'm all about. Is I'm constantly yelling about this stuff where it's like negative. I didn't even start painting until a couple years ago. Oh, okay. No. That's why my buddy Erica there, she calls me the Rob Boss, the anti Bob Ross. Because instead of making happy accidents, I'm constantly making angry mistakes, and I'm very mad all the time. But no, all this is accidental. Everything's pissed off mistakes. Oh, I fucked this up and I fucked that up. This has been the most calm, collected, I'm not hating it one so far. The last one, trash. And the one before that, I just got madder and madder at myself for the way I kept fucking it up. Came out pretty decent though. That was the one with the forest and the weird head thing, and that was just, I fight my creativity a lot. Again, my logic brain. I've always drawn, but usually cartoons, but never hands, faces. Oh no. Hands and faces are the worst thing ever. You're really in the zone with this one. Thank you, Erica. Maybe again, me and the unity of the creativity. Again, we're married in love on this one. And I'm going to use relationships as my permanent analogy for painting. Because when you paint, you do create something new. It is a birthing process. And it really is a unification of your mind consciously and your mind subconsciously, your creativity, coming together to make something. Because you have to let the creativity out, let the creativity flow. And that's including, getting in touch with your inner self and if the painting's going to be angry or frustration or happy or whatever the fuck feelings and emotions come out, you put yourself into it. You have to understand, accept, and engage in that with it. Because if you fight against it, then you just end up like me. Fuck you! I fucking hate you! Ah! And then, you end up making garbage like that down there and shit. This, don't know, felt really inspired to kind of do a meat hole with babies in it for whatever reason. And I kind of was like, yeah, I can go along with that. Yeah, it sounds really neat. Okay, I feel this kind of thing. Maybe it's some kind of representation of whatever. I don't know. But creatively, I just felt that need, so I did it. Fuck it. And it's not coming out the best. It's definitely not coming out how I saw it in my logic brain, but I'm happily accepting it for where it's going. And that makes all the difference. All the fucking difference. And being that marriage between my logic thinking brain and my creative thinking brain has helped tremendously in the outcome of this painting versus the last one, which is very chaotic, which is where a lot of my artwork goes. A lot of my art, a lot of my paintings are very chaotic. And it's funny because people have commented, dude, it doesn't even look like the same artist did those two. And I'm like, yeah, well, I did. Fuck you. But it's because of the mindset between the two. You can look at the first one I did and that second one I did, and it's night and fucking day of creative differences where it's just the mindset. And you can look at this one, different, and it's the mindset, how well do you blend together? How well do you marry each other? How well do you get along? And then you make a baby. And that baby comes out as a combination of that marriage. And either that marriage is great, and that baby comes out, oh, okay, that's good. Or your marriage is trash, your relationship's trash, and that baby comes out trash, a wreck, and you fight, and you fight, and you fight, and that baby grows up in that mess, a fucking disaster. And they come out of it thinking, this is my fucking life, fuck this. And that's where you're at with the painting. And it's terrible, man. And you're responsible, What are you gonna Well, as I'm sure absolutely everybody out there just saw, I put a big blob of black on there because my finger touched the black and then touched the painting. And you know what that means? That means this whole thing is fucking wasted. Oh my baby bejesus. Oh fuck. Fuck me so hard. It is fucking trashed. Oh my god, it's not coming back from that. Oh my god. Now, I could be angry about this, sure. I could flip a nugget. I could punch myself in the dick all day long. Or I can just continue. Yeah. And they did come from completely different places in somebody. That's what I'm saying. Like the logical and the creativical, right, come together and create a babical. Shadow, yeah, no, that looks more like his pee-pee broke off and is falling down from here. It's like, no, or he pooped. He took a poop and it's fallen off. That's I feel like mine is not as defined as yours. You can definitely tell that style in all your work. Oh, well, thanks. No, that is not a shadow. That is garbage. That is death to a painting right there. That is a black smudge. One of the worst fucking things ever. Fun story. When I was in high school, this is why painters do this. They hold their paintbrushes like way out here a lot, and they go, I, Molly, like you, draw. My whole life has been a drawer. So I hold it like a fucking ink pen, you know? Hey, Josh, what's up? So because I hold my pens, my paintbrushes like ink pens, I got this. It touches my fucking canvas a lot. And god damn it if it didn't just fuck me. But anyway, fun story about when I was in high school. I was in Miss Henderson's class. That's our art teacher here. Her name. Anyway, I was in her class. She hated me. And that's okay because in the end, she loved me. But she hated me at first. And me and her had respect for each other as artists. And that was about where our relationship ended because she did hate me for the longest time. But I don't do pastels, which are like fuzzy chalks. Okay? Fuzzy chalks. And they're literally like chalk, right? So I did pastels on canvas because that was the assignment. And I still have the piece. And it's probably about this big, but it was a poem I wrote. So I tried to create the poem into a picture. And it was this kind of featureless body with a white head. So it was like a shadow body with a white head standing on top of like a muscle that had been cut in half and stitched back together and then cut into pieces and stitched back together, but it was being held on. But it was kind of like over a skeletal framed rib cage setting, like kind of like a landscape is what I'm getting at. And it was like a mountain meat. Okay. Go with me on this one. So it was very uniquely done with a lot of weird shapes and stuff in it. It's a lefty thing. I'm not left. I'm right. My art teacher didn't like me either, so I just didn't take art. Well, see, I did take art because, you know, that's the only thing I'm really good at. So people say. But what's interesting is this. Because I was the evil kid of the school, and back in my day, goth kids were not here in this state, by the way. I'm not kidding. I was the first goth kid in this area. Fact. And it was definitely a trying time for whenever I was growing up. Because back then, you know, if they thought you were gay, they'd drag you behind a truck kind of thing. And they were vicious back then. Well, they thought I was gay and a goth kid. And so that was interesting. But, I mean, I guess I just quit sucking them dick. No, I'm just kidding. But it was a rough era back then. Nothing was accepted back then. But I ended up forgot what I was saying. Oh, so the pastel I did. Pastels are unforgiving. You can't really paint over them with other pastels, you know, because it's not paint. It's like chalk. Like this, I'm going to attempt to paint over it. I'm going to attempt to paint over it and fix it. That pastel, though, was yellow background, big bright yellow, because I had not realized that I liked red and black yet. And the Christians, cameras make it look like a lefty. I know, right? It's because it's backwards. I just discovered that yesterday or whatever. It was weird. I'm like, what? But most artists are left-handed. Interesting, huh? Most artists are left-handed because the brain does that. I'm a freak. What else is new? But this pastel I did, the Jesus freaks, one of them in particular, I will not name him because, I'm not an asshole like that, but I had a lot of trouble with him because he was like, I love Jesus, Jesus, you're the devil. And I'm all, not really, dude. No, I'm just kind of some guy who dresses in all black and trench coats. It's cool, bro. Put a giant J in black whoosh, in the middle of my picture for Jesus. And I came in because he had class right before me. I had class right after him. That's how that works. And so when I went in, I saw that and I was pissed off because that was like when I was first starting to get into creating art and not just poetry and things like that. And yeah, very rude. So I was like, this is some fucking bullshit. And I flipped the fuck out. I was fucking screaming, fuck, what the fuck? Miss Henderson was like, oh my God, what's going on? And I was like, I know exactly who it is. I named him. I said, that motherfucker did this. I know he did because he's constantly, he used to throw crosses at me that they would make out of him and a couple of his buddies that they would make out of straws at lunchtime. They would throw crosses at me. Woo! Yeah, because that's what it was like when I was in school. And if you were the weird kid and the outcast and you wore all black and painted your nails, yeah, that's how it was for us back then. It was not acceptable. So anyway, being attacked on a regular basis about Jesus was okay. I was used to it. It was my responsibility as a person who dressed that way to expect it. I wasn't mad at them. I was mad at the actions of their ignorance. And that J pissed me off. But Miss Henderson knew. She was like, yeah, I saw him actually around your painting or your work right before class was out. And then right when the bell rang, he was there. So she goes, yeah, I bet it was him. And I was like, man, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Because I didn't think she'd take my side because how much at that time she did not like me. And she not issued, I don't know how to say it. She called him out on it. And what's funny is she called him out on it. But before that, everybody in the class was very on my side as artists, I guess. And they ended up getting me like a card that was in support of me. What, now being a freak's a trend? Yeah, I know. Trust me, I'm pissed about that. I'm like, you motherfuckers have no idea what it was like back in the day when this shit was not acceptable. When people thought you were gay, when people thought you were a freak, and they really hated you for it. Not just like now where it's like, oh, you're gay, bro? That's cool. It's acceptable. Oh, hey, you dress like a freak? It's cool. It's acceptable. Like, now back in the day, you really, like, man, people were pissed. And they let you know it all the time. But you had to take that personal responsibility for trying to be different and trying to stand out and trying to make a point. You have to understand that that is on you because they are small-minded. They are led by other means, parents, outside forces of media and things like that, saying, look at these freaks, look at these bad people in all black and scary. We have come a long way in acceptance, and that's the thing. And I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying, fuck, the kids nowadays, back in my day, the kids nowadays don't realize that they do have it easy. And I know that makes me sound like one of those old fogies, but they don't realize it because back then it wasn't just you could wear whatever and be accepted walking down the street. Back then, you had people in trucks that would chase you down on back roads and try to fucking fuck you to prove that they were not gay and you were a fair. I can't say that or they'll tag me, but you know what I mean? Like, that happened to me. They didn't get to that point, but they tried. And I mean, just because I cross-dressed, you know, in high school, and it was rough, you know, but I was different and I didn't give a fuck about people opinions. And I was like, I'm going to do what I want to do. Anyway, Miss Henderson came to the rescue. She forced him. He admitted it finally or whatever. He was like, yeah, I did it because, you know, he's a Satanist and da-da-da-da-da-da. And so she then made him apologize in front of everybody. And it was a big to-do. And I really was thankful to her for that. And I've always been very appreciative for that. And I've always remembered that. Because in the days of nobody gives a shit about the weird kid, somebody gave a shit about me. And my work, my hard efforts that I was proud of. I was so proud of this piece. Looks like crap now. But I, at the time, was like, wow, look at this. This is so neat. I actually did something other than, you know, write poetry and stuff like that. And then it got ruined by some guy who wanted to be a dickbag to me, you know, because Jesus. I'm like, dude, come on, bro. It's not necessary. I don't still go around throwing fucking, you know, pentagrams at you going, Satan, Satan. I'm not a Satanist. I don't give a shit. I'm too lazy for that. And that's why you love God and Machine, because us guys made you feel accepted. Good. You know, that was God and Machine. Our whole purpose was everybody just fuck it. Have a good time, man. Blow some shit up. Enjoy the good times. Rock out. Go home. Sorry your life sucks, you know? But for a couple of hours of the show, just fucking leave that shit at the door and don't worry about it, you know? And when we had assholes that made shit shitty for everybody there, nah, they got kicked the fuck out. We were like, nah, fuck you, bro. You ain't accepted here. You're not one of the people. You got to be better than that. Oh, fuck me. You got to be better than that, bro. Oh. But yeah, I'm glad that you felt accepted. I'm glad that we did a good job as people, as a band, helping people to feel more accepted, at least in some way. Maybe not every day. You know, maybe it didn't. Maybe our band didn't help you guys feel accepted, you know, all the time, every day, all this stuff there. But for those couple hours, man, you had a place to call home, you know, and that was what was important. And we did too. We knew we weren't alone for those couple hours. We had people who understood it, who had a good time, who got the point. We were all in the same mindset, you know, we were all there together. And that was what was important. And I miss it. I miss it so bad. You just don't even know. Makes me sad. Makes me super sad. But shit happens and we all grow the fuck up. Oh, I am so sorry I fucked you up. My bad. My poor baby. But yeah, we all have to grow the fuck up and get to that point at some point, you know, where we just have to move on and be adults and fuck that shit. I don't want to ever move on and be an adult. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this like it would be me, because God damn it, everything I paint is me. That's what my wife says. She really believes that every painting I make is me. And I'm not going to disagree. So it's like going to Yale to watch you guys, an old man dressed like Elvis with a tractor tearing up the sidewalk. You all are my favorite weirdos. Okay, now Fenton, he was the guy who owned the Yale City Music Hall, right? That dude was a great guy. He's dead now. He died. His wife actually works in Cushing at the lumberyard on Main. And but yeah, Fenton did die. He had a lot of health issues, which sucks. But that man was fucking crazy for real. But he was a great guy. He loved us. And because he was just a party animal. And that motherfucker, dude, he was nuts. And yeah, he really did. True story, everybody that gives a shit. He stole, no joke, stole a fucking excavator. You know, those things that they dig up shit and dump. Stole it, drove it back in front of the area, the old music hall, whatever, and started digging into the street because he thought people, like, I think it was the mob. He thought the mob had kidnapped his wife, something along those lines. And man, it was nuts. And good Lord. So yeah, he didn't get in trouble for it, but he did get in a little bit of trouble. But he was on a lot of medication. And unfortunately, the medications he had not been taking for a minute. So yeah, he interesting guy. And Molly, you know, if you weren't there for the last show that the Yell City Music Hall ever had, we were the last band to play it. Fenton made a cake, made a big thing, and he said, when it's done, I want you guys to tear the place apart because they're stealing the building from me. They're taking it from me, and I don't give a shit. Let's just destroy it. And we were like, yeah, okay, I mean, whatever. So we ended up having like a food fight with the cake and all the food stuff that was out. Like there was a huge food fight that ensued, and it was crazy. I don't even remember all of it, but I mean, it got nuts. And it was fun. It was interesting. So, and yeah. And yeah, Andrew, the 89th show, that was the first show you said you saw us at. And I'm glad you showed up, man. Good times. But Locust Grove did the push it we all did. Yes, I am terrible though at remembering other bands' vocals, which is why if you ever notice, I'll try to always get other people. Well, hey, you guys might know this next song. Anybody want to come up and do some vocals with me? Come on. And I'm all, yeah. And I'm all like, that's what I do. That's my lazy man out. So I don't get caught not knowing the vocals. Sometimes it's terrible. But you know, just being honest, man, sometimes I just don't remember what the fuck I'm doing. Hell, I don't remember my own vocals sometimes. And actually once I fucked up with Grinder live, so I changed it to Teacups, and it became Teacups for a long time, and everybody thought that was hilarious. And the true story was I just fucked up once really bad and said Teacups. And we all thought it was so funny. So I just kept it. I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll just keep saying Teacups then, you know? Everybody thinks it's so funny that I fucked it up. I'm like, I'll just keep fucking it up. Fuck all y'all. What do you think about that, douchebags? And everybody thought it was great. So I guess that works. Now, I know this doesn't really make a lot of sense because he's a little fat, chubby guy. And that's all right. And yeah, the guys from Locust Grove were always really cool. I always liked them. Still like them, you know. Oh, and like little fat legs aren't really needed. I was thinking about putting a little skull nose on him. I just don't know if I want to put a little, yeah, you know what? Let's just kind of highlight a little skull nose on him a little bit. So here in a few. Maybe we'll highlight some. Yeah, fuck it. You know what? Oh, that looks stupid. Why'd I do that? God, I'm tarded. I don't like noses, by the way. Huge. I've never, ever liked noses. I think human beings should not have noses. We should all be fucking, what's his name? Snake guy from Harry Potter. I don't know. Alan Rickman. Whatever the fuck his name was. The guy. The one who shall not be named. That guy. The scary guy with the snake people. You love snakes too much. You know what I'm talking about. And the show was also the night you shattered the back window of your Toyota Sienna because there was a keyboard that was stuffed in there. No, that wasn't me. That was Dredge that busted. I've actually got that video. I need to upload that because it's fucking funny. And it was him busting out the back of his hatchback thing. Voldemort, thank you. But yeah, it was him busting out the back of his hatchback. And we were talking about Tetris or whatever, and we were like, oh, and the only thing I said was, man, now you got to get another God and Machine sticker for your fucking thing. I was being a douchebag. So, and thanks, Jesse. It doesn't really, I'm working on it, but I appreciate the thing. Oh no, it's not your bad, dude. It was a long time back, man, but it was funny as shit. So, Voldemort, yes, Alan Rickman played Snape. Oh, that's right, Alan Rickman did play Snape. Sorry, I was, I just remembered I'm not that big of a Harry Potter fan. I did see him a long time ago, though, but you uncultured swine. I heard thousands of cups of tea fall to the floor at that statement. I'm sorry, England land. I must apologize to all of you for accidentally referring to the wrong people. My apologies. Please don't send over your pip pip Cheerios after me to behead me for the queen or anything like that. Oh, damn it. Spilled tea all over myself. This mess is gonna go sometime in the near future. Jesus Christ. I love it, but I hate it. Men love it. Men are always like, oh my God, your beard's so sexy. I'm all, dude, just give me the $20. Let's get this over with. And so as far as it goes, so far I am kind of digging where I'm going with this little guy. And by little guy, I mean painting overall, not this particular little guy. But I got to shut up and actually paint. Shit takes me way too long by comparison, you know? Just kind of lightly dusting this one here. Kind of get the same effect, because keep in mind, this little guy's going to be more in the shadows. He ain't going to be as important. He's not the main one. And these little guys don't matter. They're all going to be dark, so fuck him. But this little guy here, he's going to be a secondary little crotch goblin back there floating around. Oh, man. Changing brushes really quick. And I swear, when we do this, call me crazy, but I dig the nose. Oh, fuck you. You're wrong. And do you really? You dig a little skeleton nose? I don't know. It gives him too much of a fat pumpkin head looking thing going on to me, you know? And I just don't know how I feel about that nose. I really don't like noses. But whenever we do the paint by numbers with me next week, Wednesday, for those who give a shit to actually do it, don't worry. I swear to God, there'll be less talking. Not really. There'll be more talking, but it would be all at the same time. I promise. What am I doing? Oh, because we're gonna do it all in one fucking day, in like an hour. It'll be easy. Trust me. I got this figured out, people. I thought thoroughly about this. I was going to say I almost want to do this, but I'd be reading and talking and not getting anything done. No, do it. It'll be easy. I'm telling you, I got this all figured out. It'll be nice and easy for everybody. And oh, you want to do what I'm doing, like doing a live thing? Do it, man. Fuck it. It is hard though to keep reading and then you start talking and then you kind of get distracted. But that's okay. That's all right. It's kind of fun. As long as everybody understands, you know. It reminds me of the artist that does Beavis and Butthead and then Ren and Stimpy, but more serious. Maybe? I don't know. You know, fuck my butt, eat my ass. Not really, don't do that. That's just singing I do when I'm not paying attention. I just say a lot of fucking weird shit, people. No, it's questionable that I have Tourette's. My son has Tourette's, for real. Not audible tics though. Well, he does actually have an audible tic, but it's not. The cussing thing isn't really what they make it out to be. But his audible tic is more of a weird sound than not. So it's like a goose honk when he does it. But that's only when he's under extreme stress. But he actually has Tourette's. And sometimes I wonder if I got Tourette's, because sometimes I get under stress and I start like just kind of randomly making sounds and stuff too. And I don't know, man. I need to get that checked out or something. I say and do a lot of random shit. People are like, dude, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. I just kind of randomly do stuff. That floating fetus is starting to look like your 4-stage persona. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. I was like, my wife says I do everything. Everything's me in my paintings. So I said, I'm going to go ahead and do the teeth like me too. Fuck it. And, and yeah, actually, you know, Andrew, this is the only time people really see my face. So like, as I've explained to I explain this quite frequently in this series. I don't know what you call it. But this is the most intimate people will ever see me and get to know me, because even my family doesn't watch me paint. I don't let anybody see me paint. And when I paint, you know, I get very aggressive, very agitated, very passionate, a lot of things. Usually I get very into it. This is a little bit more broken up because I'm talking to people and I'm kind of bouncing back and forth. But when I get into it, I'm very like, fuck you, no, fuck you. I mean, dude, I get pretty into it. Sometimes even now, like some of these little sessions, I get very like, it depends on how harmonious versus inharmonious I am with it. But this is intimate to me. So I thought when I do this, I'm going to not have my face on. So I'm as naked as I can possibly be and open up as much as I can while doing this process so people can see more of a realistic, you know, AADH vet. Wow, because I've been diagnosed and see it, and a lot of people normally associate with other mental disorders. Oh well, yeah, possibly. My son also has that. I do have mental issues. For a fact, we do know of a few that I suffer from, and it sucks very bad. And trying to get over that, trying to help get better, not easy. So yes, but the Tourette's thing I just had never thought about, and with him having it, I don't think anybody else in the family really has it. But that's kind of the question we've started thinking, like maybe there is more to it. Maybe what the fuck does that even? What is that even doing? Like, look at that. That looks horrible. Why did I do that? I mean, I'm trying to kind of get it ready for stage 2, but the fuck was that garbage? But no, my brain pan is not okay. It's bad. But that's why I do this, is for my own therapeutical kind of thing. You know what? I'm going to go all balls to the wall with the nose, people. I'm going to bring it in a little bit, make a little skull nose, dip it down. Have a little Michael Jackson nose action there, maybe. Kind of try to build that up a little bit. Give him kind of a little bit. Keep in mind, I'm going to kind of put a pink skinish thing over this in a minute, you know? Oh, fuck you. Yeah, that's better. All right. Somebody's coming downstairs. I hyper-focus on pain. I'll be zoned in for 8 hours and not realize it.
Are you done with live?
Nope, not yet, sweetie. Why? What's up? What you need?
I just want to play some.
Oh, you want to play Fortnite with me, huh?
Yeah.
Well, your mom's going to be home in just a second, literally.
What time is it?
2:03. So your mom's literally going to be home in just a second. And I'm sure she'd love to play Fortnite with you. Because she does.
But you'll ask why I didn't do my homework.
It's Sunday.
No.
Yeah. Today's Sunday, yo.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
We have school today?
No, it's Sunday. You don't have school on Sundays.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Ah.
Yesterday was Sunday.
Yesterday was Saturday, sweetie.
Sunday.
Saturday.
When my head
So when people see me
was
paint, they
stopped
think
or
it's
what?
calming for me, but I'm really just in my own world. Yeah. Oh, I'm in my own world too, but sometimes it ends up, me covered in blood and poop.
Well, that's disgusting.
It is disgusting, sweetie. It is.
I wasn't too. But still, you're right.
No, your mom will be here in a minute, man. Wait, she'll get here. It's Sunday, yo. See? Oh yeah, that's my phrase. A non-believer. Who? My daughter? I don't know. Oh, in what? Erica, I have no idea what you're talking about. But anyway, yes. What?
What do they mean?
What?
What do they mean by non-believer?
I guess maybe because it's Sunday and you don't believe me that it's Sunday. Looks like it has a metal face paint on it. I can see that.
Do
Yeah.
you think I believe
Thanks.
in God?
No, I don't know, Kyle. We're talking about Sunday, not Jesus and stuff. That has nothing to do with Sunday.
No.
I mean, I guess it could, but whatever. Oh, come on. You stop being retarded. Don't be tatted.
How many followers is that?
Oh, I just got a few on each, couple on each. It's no big deal. Not many people are really too heavy into watching me paint, but they're friends and people who kind of just want to hang out for a minute.
How do you get followers?
How do I get followers? Huh?
I only have 10 followers.
You only have 10 followers, sweetie. Whatever. You're like a freaking internet superstar on TikTok and crap.
No, on YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I wish I had your TikTok fame. Jesus. You're like crazy TikTok famous, man.
I only have 2,030 followers.
Yeah, well, a few thousand followers would be nice for me. I could deal with that. Late for it. Got to go. Painting great. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. I don't know what's happening right now. So, but yes, bye. Thanks. And maybe tomorrow it'll be. I don't even know. It's like Halloween. That firsthand knowledge thing we talked about yesterday. Oh, yes. Non-believer. See? What?
You're Halloween.
I'm Halloween. Kind of. All right. It's time to rock this thing right, yo. It's time to rock this thing right. Sundays when the Lord rested. Well, Sunday is not when I rest, so I'm not worried about that. Little black dot and in the eyeball. And what? Did I get more black paint? Why do you hate me so much? There's my wife. Roll. Now I'm just going to kind of speckle this out a little bit here to give it a little bit more, hopefully, depth whenever I do the, they're just looking silly. They're just looking silly now. I don't have a TikTok. No, I do not have a TikTok. My daughter has a TikTok, and sometimes she'll make me help her on there, or she'll use my faces on there and things like that. And she got a few thousand people following her on there, but I should have my own TikTok. I need to have one. I would just sing along to, like, I don't know, Lady Gaga or something, and dance around and shake my boobies. I'd be like, oh, I can't do the jiggly titties while I'm sitting down. I can do the boob shake though. It's really uncomfortable to watch, but I can do it. I can do it. These are not coming out at all. Like that one's coming out more like what I wanted. The nose totally throws me off. You know, when they were little lumps of meat, it was fine. And I haven't even started shadowing. Oh, why am I retarded, people? Come on. Let's get this thing done. Let's do some magic here really quick. That I'm going to have to let my creativity fucking make it all sloppy. I should have my own TikTok, though, for real. It'd just be retarded. I'd be like, hey, everybody.
You know your daughter's on a fever?
Is she running a fever? Oh, she been sitting in front of the heater.
No, I was in there doing it.
No. A heater's not going to make her temperature go up to 100.2.
Okay, well, now you're running a fever, sweetie.
I told you yesterday, but you still.
You didn't tell. That was just a while ago that you said, I'm going to take my temperature. And I was like, you're not hot. And I felt your head. Of course, we were both in front of the heater. Wait, actually, before I do that, oh, God, help me. What am I doing? Rebrand yourself. How do you think Trent Reznor has been able to make consistent enough material? Rebrand myself? Well, he hasn't rebranded himself. He's still, you know, 9 Inch Nails, Trent Reznor, and all that stuff. So he hasn't done a rebrand. But I've thought about that. I thought about completely overhauling everything. Bah, I hate you. All right, let's fix this. I gotta fix the name. I gotta fix that little area down there. Oh, that's gonna be rough. So what are you guys all doing for Halloween? You guys running around? Because everybody's trying to shut down Halloween. And I'm going out for Halloween. Fuck it.
I don't want to shut down Halloween.
Nobody shut down Halloween. Halloween will never shut down.
Well, if I'm sick, it'll shut down for me.
No, it won't. We'll touch you out there sick. Halloween's for everybody, even sick people. Oh, yeah. TikTok is, I see, yeah, rebrand yourself through TikTok. Like, TikTok has become the new everything. And, oh, now my daughter's like, I don't need to take medicine.
They don't even work.
You don't even work. She says, shush. All right. Trying to remember what paint color. Me and my kids are just going to get a huge bag of candy and watch scary movies. Yeah, I can't do that.
I don't take it. It's a red and a blue and a white in it.
Yeah, do it.
Giant.
Well, good luck.
I'm doing
Do you want me to break it in half? And then you take 2 little? Then you eat your chewable thing.
If you're not going to take medicine to get better, you're not going to get better. And you can't complain about feeling like doo-doo.
Give me that one back then.
I gave her a little ibuprofen last night.
I'll give you a little ibuprofen.
Because it was easy.
Give me something to eat or drink in it.
My costumes, I guess. Kid wants to be a plague doctor for obvious reasons. Right, yeah. I went as a plague doctor a couple of years ago. Our buddies, the Voodoo Dolls, and a band we played with a few times. Good kids. Go ask your mother right now. No, go. Skedaddle. No. I answered you. That's my answer.
No.
Yep. But I dressed as a plague doctor, and I was like, I'm the newest member, because they have a couple of plague doctors that do the drum thing. It was pretty funny. But if Halloween was just making costumes, I would still be okay with it. So if Halloween is just making costumes, I'd still be okay with it. You know what makes me mad, though, is like the Halloween thing is, God, I'm sorry. I'm kind of letting this dry for a minute. I'm also kind of mad about it. I'm not sure where I want to go with it. I want to fix it. But I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to fix it. Let me get my candy pink back. I do feel upset about where it's at. So anyway, I don't remember what I was saying. Halloween. Oh, I get annoyed because they go, oh, kids can't go out and do this. Rona, that you. But the whole mask thing. And then they're like, kids can't go out and trick or treat.
I know, I literally,
But they're literally all wearing masks, which is what the whole thing's been about. And you're saying don't wear masks, but kids are wearing masks? I'm really rather confused at this point. You know? So it's like, bro, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You gotta make that decision. You gotta be like, masks for everybody, and then trick-or-treating's okay, or no masks, and that way everybody can't trick-or-treat because they're not wearing masks. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. You know? Because now they're like, everybody has to wear masks, and then it's okay, except for when you're trick-or-treating. Then it's not okay. How's that not okay? That looks a little dark, but you know, again, why are you so dark right there, you fuck stick?
Don't cuss on your live.
I'm sorry, Kyra, you're right. I shouldn't cuss on my live stream.
You probably do it every time.
I do it a lot. You're right.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You have to tell them you do this stuff.
No, I don't have to tell you when I do that stuff.
You do.
No, because you'll just get on to me for it. Well, there, I took out the nose. Oh my God, look at it. Oh my God, look at it. Oh, Jesus, what am I doing? I gotta calm this down, people. Looks like he's wearing Halloween guys. What am I doing, people? What am I doing?
Do we have a weekend off or 2 days off?
A weekend is 2 days, sweetie. Oh.
Noodles trying to take the big person pill.
What?
Noodles wants the big person pill.
Big parts of what? Big parts of what?
Noodles wants the big person pill.
Don't let her take. No, do not let her. Yeah, do not let her take a Tylenol. And take that. Hey, it's gonna melt in your hand. Go take it to your mom. Now. Kyra, go to your mom with the meds. Jiminy Jesus. Oh, come on. I don't want that much fucking paint. Anyway, I'm sure eventually you guys are going to all get bored of watching me, by the way. Dirty baby hands and snot noses. Yeah, that ain't no fucking joke. Kids are filthy little fucking animals. I am glad I raised my daughter to not be a filthy, disgusting little child. I am so proud of her. And, like, oh, children are disgusting. They really are. And there, much better to what I wanted. I wanted him to have a little bit of a darker-esque kind of look to everything. Same as over here. I want it to be a little bit not as bright, but at the same time, you know, we're going to darken that all better. But this, that's terrifying me. What is that trash, bro? Bro. I think I'm going about this all wrong. Dirty baby hands and snot noses. Oh, children freaking out. Like those kids that have like caked on ice cream from like 3 days ago, and you're just thinking to yourself, how? Oh, break up the hairdryer for faster drying. Maybe? I just don't know if that would work well. Oh, I'm afraid. Here's the problem. I am afraid. And I will, as a man, I'll admit that I'm afeared. I'm going to fuck it up. So I'm afraid to take the bigger chances. that I probably should be doing right now to make this look more like what it probably should. What?
I'm ruining your life.
You're ruining my life?
Yeah, no, your life.
Oh, you're ruining my life. Yes, thank you, sweet. Now go away.
You're welcome.
I'm glad you interrupted me just to tell me you're ruining my life.
You're welcome. Hi, Ariana.
This is usually why I don't paint in front of my family either, is
Ariana,
because
have you ever took
if
a
I'm in the
business
zone,
video?
I can't be in a zone because I have kids. And everybody's always like, oh, blah, 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 dad, do this, and blah, 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 and I'm all.
How many times?
So it's very upsetting. But I have to admit to myself that I'm afraid of fucking it up.
No, you don't.
You know,
Or you would die by now. That's me.
I have to understand
I mean, maybe if I-
that
maybe if I take them
I
all
shouldn't be afraid because, see, at this point, it is losing itself in the background. The body is, it's completely blurred out. I need to highlight so much crap. I need to stop worrying about so much crap and just do it. But I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up. So how do you overcome that? How do you overcome the deep-rooted fear of being a fuck up and fucking up something that you believe is something so simple that it should just naturally happen? It's really hard. Started out well, ended up crap. I've got to fix all of it so much. I got to get over this. I need to add white. I need to highlight stuff. I need to not worry about.
Eric, can we please go to Sonic today?
I mean, I think so. Sure, why not? Yep. Oh man, I just want a good. Oh, do I ever listen to music when I paint? I would. Here's the problem. I don't want to get my videos flagged, and then the problem with like YouTube, especially Facebook, is if there is any recognizable song in it, then it will immediately take out the music or take out the sound. So if I played any music while I did this, which sucks, I want to, but if I played any music while I did this, all the audio would be completely removed. So then I'd be doing this. And it would be like an hour of just nothing. So, and yes, Molly, I appreciate the positivity of dude, just do it. Don't worry about it. But this is the struggle I face, I do admit, regularly, because I'm afraid of failure a lot. I'm also afraid of success more, which is funny. I'm more used to failure, so, but I fear success more than anything. And that's what's even more bizarre when it comes down to it. But I've been able to acknowledge that, and I'm trying to work past it. Neither here nor there. As far as it goes, though, what about my own music? I think that would drive me nuts after a while. But I may try at some point, just so everybody else doesn't get bored with no sound. But I would love to listen to some of my actual music. Like, not my actual music, but like the bands I listen to, which would probably make everybody else mad. I listen to stuff like Melanie Martinez and Oliver Tree and stuff like that. I've been listening to that stuff for a long time, and nobody believes me. Everybody's like, bro, you don't listen to that garbage. I'm like, I do listen to that My own wife calls me gay because I listen to that stuff. She's like, you listen to that gay music. I'm like, all right, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this a little bit out of our comfort zone. We're just gonna actually, instead of building it up in layers, we're gonna build it up. We're just gonna paint. We're gonna do it like a real fucking painter, and we're gonna just put layers of paint. So you know, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm even gonna hold my brush out further like this and be like, oh, look at me, be a painter. Put a little white in there. Whoopie-doo. Kind of give it a little bit of a whiteness to it. Oh, look at that. Kind of give it a little oomph somewhere. Oh, look at it. That looks like shit. I don't know what I'm doing. Fuck. See, then I'm like, oh no, I'm fucking it up. I better quit. But in order to give it highlights, man, fuck all this garbage. See, that's the problem. If you want to give it highlights, you got to give it fucking highlights, dude. You got to actually go in there and be like, oh, here's a fucking highlight of some light, right? Because that's how that works. And then like, oh, here's some fucking light, and here's the light to this part. And then it's like, oh, well, that fucking makes sense now where these little bulbous areas are even at. And you got to just remember that. This is supposed to be like bulbousy weird stuff and blah 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 blah. So then it's just frustrating because I don't even know. But I want to, oh, fuck me. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Fuck you. What do you think about that, fuck stick? We're just going to fucking keep going. Yeah, we're going to keep going with all this. Fuck all of you bitches. Excuse me. I'm kind of a disgusting pig man. I never claimed I wasn't. So, look, it's already kind of looking better. Fuck me. What am I doing, right? I'm all like, I'm scared to paint it like this because I'm going to fuck it up. Oh, look, it looks good. I'm doing all right. Look at that. I'm not a complete failure in life after all. Take that. What do you think about that, Mom? Now who's a failure? I'm just kidding. My mom was never that mean to me. I'm kidding. She really wasn't that mean to me. She's actually been a really supportive mom. So thanks, Mom. But now I'm at a loss because now I'm like, oh, I did little highlights on that. I feel good. All right, I'm done. No, I'm not done. You got to fucking highlight a bunch of other shit and make him kind of have like little ribbies. There's a little fat belly here. Kind of, we're going to bring in some light there. Oh, that was too much. Fuck it. I don't care anymore. We're out of the care zone, people. We are out of the goddamn care zone. We're not going to give a shit. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck the give a shit zone. People are going to tune in and be like, this guy just cusses. That's all he does. He's just mad about everything. Yes, I am. I'm mad about everything. That's my God-given goddamn right, goddamn it. I'm fucking mad about painting. I'm like, oh, fuck that fat little baby leg. Little fat chubby fuck. Fuck you. People are like, Jesus, calm down. Light's not even coming from that way. You know what? Well, light comes from that way because I said so. It's an inner light. Fuck it. Oh, look at this. We're going to just fuck this fat little chunk right here up because that's fucked. Fuck it. I don't even give a shit no more, you fucking ass cock. Bitches, motherfuckers. Anyway. Okay, that looks like crap. I needed to make that a little lighter. Anyway. Maybe give it a little bit of highlight on this side. Just a little dabby dab. Something. That looks like crap. I'll fix that later. All right. All right. Bringing back some. When I shadow it here in a minute. It'll be all right. So right now, I just want to make it happy little arm. I'm just kidding. Fuck you, Bob Ross. Fuck you, man. You had your day, but your day's gone, boy. Mostly because you're dead, and that's not your fault. Unless you died of a drug overdose, in which case that is your fault by definition. Because you did the drugs. So remember that, people. I mean, you know, if you die, it's not technically your fault because that's just how life is. But if you do things like take drugs and then die because of it, it is your fault by all definitions. Because, you know, drugs are bad. Don't do drugs. All right, so big part of the highlighting process is I'm trying to keep it separate from the background. So far, so eh. Boop, boop, boop. So far, so eh. And you kind of hold it like this to kind of get a little bit more. Oh, did I fuck that up? Probably. Now, also, you'll notice that, oh, I know. My white bones are going to match the color of the white highlights. And that's all right for now because I'm going to change some colors here in a few. But you know what? I'm feeling better. I'm just like, fuck it. We're just going to go for gold and see what happens. And I don't know. Do a little highlight action. And it's working out pretty good so far. So I'm not really too disappointed in that, you know. Thanks, Molly, for the reassurance that I'll not fuck it up. And if I do, fuck it. Fucking who cares, right? Because fuck it. I've got to fix that face, though. That face is like, why? Why did I do that? Terrible idea. You know, absolutely atrocious. But I'm going to kind of blend that in a little bit like that. Yeah, yeah. See, that ain't looking too shabby. Okay, yeah. How long have we been going? About a minute and 37 minutes. A minute and 37 minutes? Yeah, I said that because I can. You know, so what? So what? I don't understand time. Clocks are dumb. Time is a man-made concept anyway. You know that, right? You people better know that because, you know, time didn't exist before we had to have a reason to die. And we all said, you know what? We got to understand things like when I got to get up and go to work and things. Yeah, let's invent a clock. Because we need to understand things better than we do. And I feel like time makes sense. And then we learned how to die. What crazy ramblings am I talking about? I don't fucking know, but I'm right. Think about it. Think about it. We taught ourselves to die because we taught ourselves time. I had the worst time with white paint. Fucking eat. I think he meant fucking yeet. Yeet. And no, white paint's terrible. I hate white. That's why I said I've never used white for, I don't think, other than teeth and things like that, and make things a little bit lighter. But I don't do the whole dark to light. I do light to dark. So this is like a weird thing for me. And I'm struggling, man. I'm really struggling with it to do highlighting stuff. And it's weird, but it's okay. I'm feeling all right now. I'm feeling all right. I'm just kind of throwing shit on, throwing shit down, and so far I'm not, oh fuck, I spoke too soon. You know, so far though, I'm not too disappointed with it. I'm just kind of trying to keep my shit together here, and because that guy is going to be in the dark. So I don't really got to worry about him too much. But I do want to kind of do his little bulbous things too here. But no, I really wish I could play some music. Not mine. If I had, you know, local, man, maybe I should just start doing local band music and be like, today's local band is this, and support local bands while I do painting. That'd be kind of cool, man. You know, but honestly, the music I listen to, the type of music I listen to, is definitely not the type of music you'd expect. So It's all like pop girly stuff. I'm a fucking fruit basket and a half, that's for sure. And that's why my wife makes fun of me. My wife says I'm gay because I listen to fruity music, she says. So, I don't think it's fruity. I like what I like. And I say, you know what? People can like what they like, wife. You don't have to make fun of people for liking something different than you. It's not really a thing. Somebody bank me? Huh. You sent me a photo. Well, I can't look at it right now. I don't know if I can open things because I think it'll mess up my thing. I don't know. But I gotta blacken all that in later anyway, so. You know, I feel as though this right here needs more kind of to it. You know, it's like a belly buttony area. So I keep thinking it needs more oomph to it. Like something's wiggly jiggly right there. You know what I'm saying? Like a little something going on there. But I'm digging it. I'm digging that. That's all right. That's all right. A little bit of white goes a long way, right? Melanie Martinez is a fucking freak. I kind of like her. Oh, did you just go look that up, or did you? Not the new album. You know, I'm really not. I gotta admit, I'm not impressed with the newer stuff. It sounds weird to me by comparison because her old stuff, I don't know, it had a certain kind of rawness to it, maybe, or kind of genuineness to it that I don't feel as though the new music has. And that sucks, you know? But I don't know. A lot of the stuff I listen to, like I listen to, let's see here, some of Tyler, the Creator's stuff. Not all of it, but some of it. I listen to like Run the Jewels, LP's stuff by himself. I like a lot of it. Oliver Tree stuff, Joji, Joji, which used to be Filthy Frank, and then he actually became a real musician, which is nice because his work as Joji is really impressive. But the Filthy Frank, I hated that guy. Fucking some of the stupidest shit ever. I've never been into, surprisingly, a lot of people think, oh man, you must love like Jackass and, you know, all this retarded. I've always hated retarded acting people. I've never liked that stuff. I've never appreciated people acting like they're fucking retarded and dumbasses. It bothers me a lot. Just don't know why. That's all. Oh. Whoa. Okay. These little guys are coming out decently well. I wanted to make sure and highlight these little guys to make sure they popped. So far, so good. I do think that just going for it with a little heavier handed on the paint and not trying to translucently bring it up a little bit at a time is helped. I still get skirt about that shit. I don't want them to blend and fall into the background so heavily. Although I want the colors to match, I don't want them to just disappear in the background, which they're not so far, but they're not popping like I want them to. Also, a lot of the time what I will do for like some of my, not a lot, I've done it like once that I can think of. So all the time, apparently, is digitally. Sometimes I'll go back in, not sometimes, once. One painting I went back in, and actually, you know what? Hang on, watch this. Aha! I got a little version of it right here. So I just remembered that I have a little version of it. So what I did was I digitally, right? I framed it because I'm an arrogant asshole. I just needed it to go somewhere, and it's all dusty. But what I did was, this is magic marker on canvas, okay? And so you can see it good. Well, you may not be able to see it. It's got reflections of everything. But anyway, magic marker on canvas, okay? And what happened is I dug it a lot, but I went back in digitally for the prints of it. So the original is actually this big. So, but on the prints, I went back in and I added a little bit of shadow around it to give it that much darker effect like it has here. And then on the eyes, I put a darkness around it, and then I gave it a little bit of a glow on the eyes, whiteness, and I whitened the teeth up a little bit to give it that much creepier kind of overall look. I did that. I've considered maybe trying that with this, like to make them pop, maybe going back in and darkening the red a little bit, pulling them up and doing that. I don't know where to put this now. Okay, this is glass. I don't want to just chunk it, but I might. But I thought about maybe doing that when I'm done. But I got to get done first, and I got to be done to a point where I appreciate it enough to go, yeah, I'm going to keep this one and not just, you know, set it on fire on the side of a fucking road. That happens sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes I just get butt naked and burn things. It's a thing. It happens. I'm all, fuck this garbage. And then in some tribalistic like ritual, there you'll see me butt naked on the side of a goddamn highway, covered in God knows what blood, and punching one of these things and setting it on fire while I dance around it, screaming at it. What's funny is I'm kind of not kidding about all that. So, you know, and yeah, it does happen sometimes. Well, you ever give a story to your characters? Maybe you could make a creepypasta story. No, there's only one, and there's a character that has been with me, so to speak, from my early days of artistic creation. You know what? I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use my other brush. There you go. Called the Dancing Man. And it is a large, fat, bulbous meat pile, so to speak, usually a rotundously multiple bulbous meat piles. That face would be a part of one of that series. And it is of a man character that is nothing more than just basically mounds of flesh and a face, hands occasionally, things of that nature. And it derived from my abusive childhood. And so that is not really a story that goes along with it. That would be like a story for my characters, but it was my way, I guess. Back in the day when I drew this. It's a really weird, fat, bulbousy thing. It started it all with a face and the little fat hands, and it just kind of started the character. And the character has come back a few times. And I think it's my way of dealing with some of the abusive stuff from the guy who abused me, and because he was a larger man, a fat guy, and so yeah, I think the Dancing Man came from that whole thing. That's it. I don't really know if that'd be a creepypasta that I would share with people because, you know, obvious reasons. But yeah, that's a thing. That is definitely a thing. So, yep, there's your story. Awkward. Very awkward. But, it's no big deal. Everybody has that story, right? So, mine just happened to develop a little character to go along with it, I guess. But I don't know about a creepypasta or anything like that to go with it. And even if I did, like, what the fuck? Like, somebody else would steal it. Nobody would give me credit. I would never be understood for it. And then I'd be pissed off going, that's how my life usually works. We're going to we're going to try this again with black. And we're going to just fuck it. Oh. I mean, is it too much? Fuck it. You know what? No, we're going to do this with black too. Oh, yeah, that's too much. I can't handle that mentally. That hurts my feelings. Just seeing that happen hurts my feelings. So, yeah, we're going to. Oh, God. All right, yeah, fuck it. Here we go. We're gonna make this motherfucker work. I don't know how. I don't know why. I feel you. Yeah. Like I said, everybody has that story, right? So it's kind of like, sucks, man. Sucks that that's a common story amongst a lot of us, especially artists. A lot of artists have that kind of a story, but that's how we deal with it. And that's why I said, oh, fuck. That's why I say art through therapy through art, that's why I did the whole mental awareness thing, with gallery showing a while back and all that kind of stuff, is so people would understand that it's therapeutic to use art as a way out for that shit. And it's very helpful to have that in your life. And a lot of people just don't get it. A lot of people are very oh, Jesus, what am I doing? A lot of people are very super critical about people with mental illness and don't understand a lot of stuff about how it works, about how people feel about things and how they deal with it. And I don't know any of that stuff. You know what? At this point, I am just fucked. At this point, Jesus Christ Almighty. This is why I didn't want to use black, and now I'm using black. And I forgot I wasn't going to use black. My bad. So I'm fucking it all up, fucking it all up. But that's okay. I got a better idea on how to make it fucking not fucked up. So I'm not going to fuck it up in the end, but right now I'm going to fuck it up again. Then I'm going to think about it, fucked up. We are going to finish this out strong. Fuck this shit. We're going to make it work like a motherfucker. You'll see. I got this, yo. Oh, I got this. Tomorrow, we were going to make this happen. We're going to just say, fuck it. I'm going to go old school on a motherfucker and make it bad as fuck. Today, I'm just going to lay out the basics. Say, no, here's where the shades out. Shadows are out. Fuck it. I can't say words. Words are for people. Words are for smart people and women. Women and smart folk. I don't need no words. No how. Fuck them. Words are for smart folk and women. I like to say stuff like that all the time. Like, my wife's kind of a feminazi. And true story. We always make the joke about how I'm kind of a douchebag. And my wife's very feminazi-esque. And so I'm always like, he's a misogynist. She's a feminazi. They're married. Will they make it to the end of the week? And make it like a sitcom. Good times. Good times. It's funny. It's funny to us. Probably not funny to anybody else because, whatever. This little brush is kind of weird to get used to when trying to do anything like not super small detail work, like to kind of blend in things because I'm not used to that. But I mean, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Kind of working on it. Kind of. Yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. We're doing better. We're doing better-ish. Better-ish? Better. Let Eddie Vedder-ish. We're doing Eddie Vedder-ish. The dude from that one band from back in the day. What was it? God damn it. You know what band I'm talking about, people, because you were there. Even Fro. That band. You know what I'm talking about? The band. I'm not crazy, by the way. Sometimes. Oh, that was a lot of black. Not bad. I should have probably dipped it and flipped it. Tabbed it and dabbed it. Oh, look at that. I just blended that piece of shit right in with his little dark leg. So yeah, I guess shadow kind of worked. Shadow for the win, people. Gotta laugh to keep from crying. Okay, I swear I'm okay. What, because I just busted out with even flow all of a sudden? What's really sad is when I get to that voice, I can do that voice really good. And my wife cracks up. Everybody cracks up. They're like, dude, do the Pearl Jam's voice. That's the band, Pearl Jam. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do the Pearl Jam. Like, dude, do the Pearl Jam voice. It's like a terrible party trick. So they make me do the Pearl Jam songs. It's atrocious, but I have to do it. And I'm not going to do it now, so don't even ask. But well, it's bad. It's rough. It's a rough. Now, let us see here for a moment. Let us see here for a momentoso. Momentoso. I can speak the Spanish. It's cool, bro. El momentos, por favors. See? El speako the Spanisho. We're just going to kind of bring in some highlights on these fingers. It's actually not working out too shabby. Kind of impressed. Maybe even try to give him a little knuckle bones up in that business. No, that's not too shabby either. Well, holy fuck, I can almost detail it? I guess that's what detail brushes are for, right? Like, I mean, shit biscuits. Woohoo. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna bring this on down here like this. Just say, I don't really know how I'm wanting to do that, but yeah, we'll kind of pull it together like that. Maybe bring up some lines and do that a little bit. Fuck it. Oh god, now I got that even flow song stuck in my fucking head. All day I'm gonna be singing fucking even flow or whatever. Oh. Ah. Well, my baby is starting to pop a little better, getting a little bit more whatever the fuck that is happening to it. Something's definitely happening to it. While I'm sitting here talking about some Pearl Jam. I'm butterfly, girl. Woo, woo. We don't know, girl. God damn it, that song. Now, that's not the voice I usually use. I'm not going all for it, so ignore that. But I swear to God, man, when I get into it, it's fucking retarded. It's fucking retarded over here. You'd be like, oh my God. That's the worst, best ever. I'll just go out karaoke in some night and record that shit. That'd be the worst. Or best thing you'd ever see. Probably both. Yeah, too much black. Yeah. I mean, it's actually not working out too shabby now, you know? Starting to kind of take its fucking own thing to blah, 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 blah words. We already talked about this word thing. It's starting to kind of do a thing. It's doing a thing with a thing and its own thing. That's why I have a hangover from karaoke last night. Oh, well, see, there you go. That's coming out amazing. Thank you. You know, you start over conquering your fears. Over conquering your fears. Can you do that? Can you conquer over your fears? I don't know. I guess I did. But you start overcoming your fears a little bit of being afraid to fail. And look, you fail anyway, but it doesn't look as bad as you thought it would. So failure, half failure. I only half failed so far. But the night is young. However, it's been 2 hours of painting, so I'm probably going to call it good here in just a minute. After I finish failing up. Not too much. Anyway, but you had a night of hangover. Or of karaoke, so you're hanging over. I get it. That's the crazy times. I don't karaoke ever because I'm terrible as a vocalist. That's why I did industrial music. You ain't gotta have talent when you don't have to actually have talent. And I have never been one for talent, I can tell you that. Never. So I was like, what's the most non-talent needed music style I could do? Oh, industrial. Sure, okay, yeah, let's do that. And voila, I'm an industrial musician. Fucking vocalist, you know? It's like, oh, okay, cool. All right. So far, I'm kind of digging these little bastards now. I'm not too disappointed in myself again. Yeah, go me. High five. Like I say, self high five. That's a clap. You always fail when you don't try. But I have nothing sarcastic there. I'll come up with something funny for it, though. Something like you always win when you... I don't know. I got nothing. Can't spell wiener without win. Something like that. You always fail when you don't try. Technically, I guess, no, you don't fail because you didn't even try. So you didn't fail or win. You just didn't do anything. So, but yeah, I get your point. Your point is you can't win if you don't try. You can't do anything. You got to just kind of go for it. Although, yawn. I mean, so far it's all right. It's just this internal part here now is going to have to be completely overhauled, and that's okay. That's all right. I'm fine with that. All right, this though, this little area here is wow, disaster. I love this little guy. This little guy here is perfect. The perfection on this little fat freak. I almost said the bad word, which I don't, by the way, say in a negative sense of anyway. I just say it because it's something I got used to saying, being an asshole. But that little guy, I love that little guy. Although now I'm realizing I still haven't shaded him in yet, so. Sometimes I want to stab myself in the eye. That's also not healthy, by the way. And sometimes if you take it and you like shove it in your eye, and you can like, no, I'm just kidding. Hey, wife, what you doing?
Are you still alive?
Yeah, I'm about to quit. Anyway, but I really love that one. He came out great with the face being like a little, looking like me. I don't have a chin under this, by the way. That's why I grew this out. It's to hide my, I look like a penis thumb. It's true. I look like a penis thumb with eyes and a mouth and a nose and ears. It's ridiculous. No chin, just straight head, neck, penis thumb. Sadly embarrassing. And it's because I got fat, got titties. Penis thumb with titties. It's a very awkward shape. Yeah. So, but this little guy here, he's more of like a kind of a goblin-y headed little son of a bitch. he came out a little bit different. I think I would have liked him more if there would not have been more of a head specification. Like maybe if this would have blended in right here better. In fact, I may try to fix that because I really like how it doesn't, it just kind of blurs together right here. Like neck, body, or head, body is all one together. So like a penis thumb. Like he's going to be like a little penis thumb head. You know, I like that. But I kind of don't like the round head separation there. So I think I am going to try to pull that in and change that. But I like the little skeleton arms. I'm going to skin over them here in a minute later. I'm going to paint now. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get off here too. Tomorrow, noonish is the plan. I'm going to try to finish this little guy up. Wednesday, we're all going to paint together. I want to paint with everybody. We're going to learn some stuff about ourselves. But, yep, for now, I'm going to go ahead and call it good, too, so I can eat because I'm hungry. Going to make me a sandwich or something. And go eat a penis sandwich. Sounds good. And Jamie Martin, you just tuned in as I was about to leave. So thanks for tuning in right as I'm leaving. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. It's okay. But I've got tons of these all over the place. So go check them out. Like in the past 2 weeks almost, is all my things have been on Facebook. It's just, hey, now I'm painting live. Penis thumb sandwich. Thumb penis sandwich. That's what I'm going to go make right now. Sounds very, very tempting. So, and that's why my wife constantly calls me gay too. So I swear to God, my wife just thinks I'm gay. So, but then again, I am always talking about eating penis thumb sandwiches. And so I guess I give her a good reason. So. But, yep, I am going to say fare thee well to everybody. And thanks again for tuning in. I guess it's always fun times talking to you guys and bullshitting. Yeah, I can wait to see it finished. I'm decently still satisfied with it. I'm not super hateful, but I'll see you guys probably tomorrow, hopefully. Peace. Did I finish? I didn't finish. I missed the button. There we go. And then I'll hit that. Oh,